You can't send me away like this. I don't know what'll happen to me if you do. My business will go to hell. I'll start writing bad checks.
Can't have that now, can we?
No.
Welcome back to Remembering the Razzies.
Hello. I don't know why I did that.
Today we watched Cocktail.
It's not a bad movie. It's not a good movie.
Not a good movie either.
It's not a bad movie. I remember when we heard that we were going to watch this, I was like this is in pop culture. And not as a bad movie, like just as a Tom Cruise movie.
Tom Cruise is a decent actor. He's an Oscar-winning actor, so
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like, hey, let's watch a Tom Cruise movie, I'll be like, okay. And this is just...
It's whatever.
where we are in cinema history.
Cinema.
This is the same year that Die Hard came out. This is the same year that Big came out. Rambo 3, Coming to America, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And then the Best Picture winner, which was the highest grossing of the year, was Rain Man, another Tom Cruise movie.
All right, well, let's talk about the plot of Cocktail.
It's about a bartender.
Well, it's about a guy becoming a bartender.
Yeah, he wants to make money.
He wants to make a lot of money.
He decides to try to be in business and goes to college and then is like, this is stupid. I could just be a bartender. I could open my own bar.
And to be fair, it works. He joins this bartender in New York, who's kind of a dick, but is willing to show him the ropes. They become like show bartendermen, where they're not just regular bartenders. Like, they're the cool guys who are like flipping bottles and dancing and singing with the crowd. And like, this part of the film is the best part of the film.
Yeah, it was fun.
It is fun. They seem cool. I feel like this is the part of the movie that people remember.
Yeah, which is fair.
Which is very fair. The other bartender has sex with Tom Cruise's girlfriend, and Tom Cruise spirals.
And he goes to Jamaica.
Yeah, he meets a nice lady there, and the bartender who fucked his girlfriend follows him there.
He's got a rich wife now.
Yeah, which, real quick, it is not established how much time has passed.
No, it doesn't. I reread the Wikipedia thing. It was 3 years. But the whole time I was like, oh no, it's just been a week.
Because they don't give you any context. Like, this guy just shows up and he has a really hot wife. At this point, Tom Cruise has like a nice girlfriend. Like, they're getting along really well. It's a cute romantic comedy. Despite this, the Tom Cruise's former friend is like, hey man, I bet you can't pick up your own rich hot lady. And Tom Cruise is like, Tom Cruise, despite having this wonderful girlfriend, just picks up this older rich lady, and obviously, because this is a romantic comedy, his current girlfriend sees this and cries and runs away.
Then Tom Cruise follows rich lady to New York to live with her for some reason. Again, not establishing how much time passes.
Nope.
He realizes, oh, I'm a big dummy. Why did I do this?
I want love.
So he tracks down the other girl. He tries to win her back. She's pregnant with his baby.
Again, we don't know how much time has passed, that's kind of weird.
Not a lot of time should have passed because she wasn't showing at all.
No, she was not showing. But enough time had passed to where Tom Cruise had gotten a good relationship with a rich woman to where she will move with him to New York.
Yeah. Then Tom Cruise's ex-friend, partner person finds out that his rich wife is losing money, which isn't established in the movie. I don't remember hearing it, but that's, again, what I read on the Wikipedia.
Don't remember it.
He finds that out. He kills himself. Tom Cruise is sad, goes back to the girl and is like, my friend killed himself and I'm real sad about it. And she's like, okay, I forgive you.
I'll suck that dick. I can fix you, bro.
I can fix you. They get married and Tom Cruise's uncle gives him money for a bar. And that's it.
Let's talk about that. For one, let's talk about Tom Cruise's character. He's an asshole in this movie. Like, he will just be given nice things, nice opportunities, and will just fuck them up for no reason. His friend in his life obviously is the bad influence for him. I think at some point we were watching the movie and like in that Jamaica scene where Tom Cruise has a nice girlfriend, the friend comes and like tells him, oh, you can't get a rich girl. Tom Cruise has no reason to satisfy this guy. He doesn't. This is the first time he's seen him in apparently 3 years.
Yeah.
Has nothing to prove. They had a violent fight when like they broke it off, and like Tom Cruise is happy with his girlfriend, and this guy just strolls in and he's like, but you can't get a girl. And Tom Cruise is like, no, I'm committed. And he's like, I double dog dare you. And Tom Cruise is like, damn it.
He's good at playing an asshole, but for some reason he's just not as...
Yeah, like
I don't know.
He's not hateable in the movie.
Yeah.
He is dumb. He's dumb. He makes terrible decisions, but because Tom Cruise is so charismatic with the role, and I think the role as a bartender kind of sets him up to be that way.
Yeah.
You don't hate him. You're just the whole time you're like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. There's not a lot to say about this movie.
It's another very like it's a very middle ground. There's nothing like offensive about it.
Product of its time.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, this is a movie that's on VHS in your uncle's basement.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm cool, and you're like, no, you're an alcoholic. He's like, you want a beer? And it's like, no, I'm 12.
No, I'm 12.
Please. There are plenty of people who really like this movie.
Yeah.
Like I told my mom that we were watching it and she was just confused. Like she's like, that's not a bad movie.
Yeah.
And like, it's not a bad movie. It's let's just go into the words.
I think there's only one. Okay, worst screenplay, and then worst picture.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
Yep.
Because I don't think anything is badly acted. All the music is really good. It's all like AAA music, like Addicted to Love, other songs. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's just, the story is...
The screenplay is very bad. It's everywhere. There's not like a lot of conflict that makes sense because there is conflict, but again, it's just Tom Cruise being like, I guess.
I took notes on this. Where's my phone? Oh, there's funny lines in this movie a lot. In the first bartending scene, Tom Cruise is like trying to do all these things at the bar and like he's falling behind, and at one point this one waitress over and over throughout the scene is like, I need a Cuba Libre or something like that. Yeah, just edit in whatever she says. Yeah. And she keeps yelling that she needs that over and over again. Tom Cruise has his like cocktail book and he's like flipping through it and he reads it and then he just turns around and he's like,
you bitch! Why didn't you just tell me it was a rum and coke?
Oh, the teacher. There's a teacher in the...
Oh yeah, one of the college professors.
Yeah, the college professor. I can't remember. You'll have to throw in a scene with him, but I wrote, the teacher sucks and he seems like a parody.
Blue shirt, 5th row, wake up! Light dawns on Marble Head.
Shut up! Shut up!
Anytime that Tom Cruise and the bartender are talking about like philosophy and life is super pretentious, especially in a movie like this. It's like you don't deserve to be doing this right now. Like you have not earned smart stuff. Bring it home.
It's obviously a bad movie, but it's just I'm just so indifferent to it.
Yeah,
I'm so indifferent to it. How the fuck did Mac and Me not win Worst Picture?
I think someone just didn't like Tom Cruise that year.
Yeah.
It must have pissed someone off
or something.
And they were like, all right, Tom Cruise made 2 movies this year. One of them's nominated for an Oscar, one of them isn't. Let's go for that one.
The way that the Razzies do this, they either do it the day before or the day after Oscar nominations. So if they're like, oh, Tom Cruise is nominated for an Oscar, I'm gonna ruin this guy's day. Mac and Me has a musical sequence in a McDonald's.
I wish we could have watched Mac and Me.
Okay. Do you want to rank this?
Sure. Best made. It's not poorly made.
No, it's not.
I would argue that the first half is stylistically fun, and then the second half is very bland and average.
I know where you want to put it.
I would put it at spot number 5. I would put it just
under Can't Stop the Music.
I'm just gonna put it 2 under Rambo First Blood Part 2. Number 5 spot, please.
You made that too complicated for me to edit around that and to keep the facade
listen,
up.
that's exactly where it needs to go.
What do you think? What do you think we did? We watched this, recorded an episode from next week, and then changed our shirts to make it look like we did this on a separate day.
I'm wearing the same pants. And then most entertaining.
Again, I don't think it was anything that really.
No, I mean, it was mostly for time purposes, but we ended up skipping the parts of the last half of the film.
Because I had to leave.
Yeah. It's not like Incon bad, like skipping through it, but like it. Towards the end of the movie, not a lot is happening.
Yeah.
I don't really care at that point. So I would put it.
Did we do it again? I'm trying to decide if I thought The Lonely Lady was more entertaining than this. You know what? I did. I did think The Lonely Lady was more entertaining than this movie. So I'd put it right between...
Where would you put it?
I'd put it between The Lonely Lady and Mommy Dearest and put it...
Would you put it in the 7 spot or the 8 spot?
We should have done Cocktail first.
Yeah, we should have.
Should I have more fun watching next week's movie or Cocktail?
It's hard.
This
is
tough.
Really hard. Next week's movie is like...
It's also very middle ground.
Yeah, it's very convoluted, whereas this is really basic.
I think I was more involved in next week's movie. Cocktail, I was very much sitting there being like, okay, this movie's whatever. Will was with us when we watched it, and even he was like, we can just shut this off now. Whereas, I mean, next week's movie, we were both like waiting to see how it ended. And Cocktail, I just didn't care.
I'll give it that. After he gets out of New York and he hits Jamaica, all of a sudden the movie's intrigue just like screeches to a halt. Because like he's no longer doing like cool bottle tricks. The music isn't like nearly as cool. Like,
yeah.
All the coolness of the movie just gets vacuumed out.
All the coolness of the movie, I think, would be boiled down to the like 5-10 minute sequence that they're at the new bar and that dude does poetry or whatever.
I love the poetry.
I am the world's first yuppie poet.
I think that's good. What are we watching next week, Tristan?
Next week, we're going to watch something that we totally didn't watch already and totally didn't record an episode before we did this one.
I'm excited. What is it?
We're going to be watching Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
What? We get to watch a Star Trek movie? Wow!
Join us next week when we watch it. Not this week. Join us next week when we watch it.
You can tell that it's next week because we'll be wearing different clothes.
Wearing different clothes.
So...
This my shit.